Hey everyone, I am here to do a quick dessert, and I'm also going to give you a recipe for another dessert. So you get two desserts in one. Earlier I made some peanut butter cookies, and what I used was, if you want to make these, they are supposed to be lower carb cookies. And I don't know, I actually don't know the carbs of regular peanut butter cookies, but I made some and I'm taking them to church for our little outing we're having today. And so here these are. I made one batch. I didn't like them so much. They turned out crumbly, but the children will eat them anyway. So I'm going to tell you really quickly how I made those. What I did was I used 1 cup of peanut butter and 3/4 cup of this sugar substitute. It's like Splenda, off-brand Splenda. And 2 medium eggs. You might could get away with 1 large. I didn't have large. I just used 2. And you do like you do normal peanut butter cookies. You put them on your pan and you flatten them with a fork. Bake at 350 for 10 to 14 minutes. And so they're pretty good. Now what I'm trying to figure out is why in the world people are using peanut butter in desserts when there's a lot of sugar in peanut butter. If you're talking about carbs, it's 8 grams of carbs per 2 tablespoons. That seems like a lot to me. But anyway, they are tasty. And so maybe they are lower carb than regular cookies. I don't know. I'm not used to counting carbs. So this is all new to me. And this is an experiment with me, y'all. So we'll see what happens. This whole carb thing. Okay, so on to this one. I just always called this orange fluff dessert because normally I use sugar-free orange gelatin. Today I am using sugar-free strawberry gelatin. So I guess this will be pink fluff dessert. So I will give you the totals of everything as I'm going through it. First we're going to start with cottage cheese. What I have here are 4 cups of cottage cheese. And this is so easy, it's ridiculous. Okay? And Tammy Dunn on her channel, TAMI space DUNN, she makes something very similar and she uses pudding mix instead of gelatin mix. Okay, 1 full container of whipped topping. I got the full, I did not get the light, I got the full fat or whatever you call that because the carbs are lower with that. And it's only 20 calories difference per 2 tablespoons. So, I mean, not 20, 5 calories. So we're going to add this whole container. Normally I don't do this, but what I'm going to add in next is optional. And I'm going to give you another variation in a little bit too. But I have some almonds. This bag of almonds. The date goes out on the 21st. I did not want them to go rancid. So it says here a 1/4 cup is 170 calories and 7 grams of carbs. And I almost had a 1/4 cup left, so that was pretty nifty. So I'm adding that. That's optional. I'm adding a can of mandarin oranges. Okay, the whole can drained. Save your juice. Use it in something. Freeze it or whatever. Make a juice pop. And I normally put a full can in, but there are a lot of carbs in this. I'm using half a can, and I did drain it. I saved the juice for that too. So I'm going to eyeball this and do half a can of the crushed pineapple. Now for the gelatin. I'm adding 2 boxes of gelatin. And did y'all know that Gelatin is good for you. It has collagen in it. And collagen is very good for you. Okay. Woo. Don't inhale it. Okay. So now all you have to do is just... Uh-oh. Don't do that. Splattered some out on the counter. And this is good to have it to sit in the fridge for a little bit so that the gelatin completely dissolves into the whipped topping and cottage cheese mixture. A lot of people like this in the summertime as a light dessert. I like it all the time. Okay, so with all of this, everything I added up, my counter is clean. I'm putting this in. Everything that I added up for this, if you did 1 cup, I'm not used to measuring this really, but if you ate 1 cup, it's 19 grams of carbs. Okay? And for calories, 203 calories per cup. Okay? So if you want something sweet, 19 grams of carbs is a lot for what I'm trying to stay at as far as carbs, but in a day, I'm trying to stay under 100, but a lot of times it's like 40 a day. Who knows, I might even go lower later. We're going to see. I'm doing an experiment, like I said. And the cookies, and I have one here on the plate because I tasted it. These are 4 carb grams per cookie. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but that's what that is. And then this is 19. So anyway, variations. I could seriously just take cottage cheese, and full fat cottage cheese has less carbs in it or sugars than low fat. I could take cottage cheese, which has 5 grams of carbs per half cup, and mix it with the sugar-free gelatin, and I would be satisfied. And then you would cut out a whole lot of carbs. I'm keeping that under my belt to use later, but people do enjoy it more with the whipped topping, so that's what they're going to have today, and with the fruit, and I'm sure with the nuts, the almonds. So anyway, you can cut this down lower in carbs and sugar than even what I did. So there you go. There are 2 more desserts, and I'm not a dessert person, so it's pretty funny I'm doing these, but I am. So anyway, there you go. Talk to you later. Bye.